just threw my second left-handed strike. That was awesome. Okay, let's talk about what happened yesterday. So I didn't upload a vlog yesterday. Why? Why do we not upload one? Well, I did one, but I live kind of in the middle of nowhere. When you live in the middle of nowhere, the internet service really sucks. So for some reason, my internet's not working right now. My IT guy's not here, so I didn't feel like going and sitting at work for 45 minutes to upload a vlog, so I will just uploaded 3 videos today. Okay, so let's have a little conversation here. So it's Monday, about to go into the gym here, got my pre-workout. So I got a few minutes here because I like to drink this all before I go into the actual gym and start working out. Mondays are usually, I don't know, not a bad day for me. I go into work and I do all my paperwork and all of my numbers for the week before, stuff like that. Then I usually try to hit the gym for like an hour or so, and then we do have a bowling league. I bowl with my dad, James, who works with me, which you'll meet him at some point, and then one of James' buddies, Ben. So we bowl in a fun league. We don't take it too seriously. Unless we suck, then we take it pretty seriously. And there's a lot of times we suck. So we are not exactly professional bowlers by any means. But so Mondays will be probably not a lot of footage most of the time. So Mondays we can talk about stuff. So let's talk about workouts right now. So I started probably seriously working out about 6 years ago. I started with the ambition of, hey, I'm just gonna get big and strong and try to look ripped, and did that for a couple years, and it came out okay. Got my first six-pack in those first couple years, which I'd never had a six-pack before my whole youth. I was always a chubby kid. Insert picture of me as a chubby kid. But anywho, so I did that, and then it was kind of like anything. With the first couple of years, you always make lots and lots of leaps and strides, and you grow a lot, and everything's cool. With business, with working out, whatever. The first couple of years are always really great. Then you get into like year 3 and 4, and it kind of levels off, and you're working at it, and you're doing the same stuff and trying to change things a little bit here and there to make things better, and you're just not seeing the results like you wanted to. So you kind of start to either have to fight through it or you give up, which most people give up. So I just kept going, and maintained pretty well. And then the last couple of years here, I haven't really had a direction. I've been working out regularly, staying in decent shape, we'll say. But I haven't had like a great direction. So this year, for 2017, I set a goal. For any of you guys that watched the other day, I raced motocross. This is gonna be my third year racing, 4th year riding. So I was a real late bloomer, and I've made strides. Last year I made a lot of strides compared to my first year. Had a lot better results, and just felt better on the bike, period, for the amount of time I get. I mean, obviously I'm not some kid who's like 15 and mom and dad pay for everything and I ride every day during the summer when I'm not in school and all that crap like that. I have a full-time job. I do all sorts of stuff on the side trying to build my own empire here. And so I don't ride a lot, but I do try to ride on a fairly regular basis. Well, this year we're going to try to step that up a little bit more. I know I'm not going to go pro by any means, and I'm not, the next Ricky Carmichael or whatever, but I do want to do better, and I did set a couple goals for myself. My first goal is I want to win the overall at a race, because I haven't done that yet. I've gotten thirds, and I've gotten a second place in a race here and there, but overall I haven't got a win, and I haven't actually won an individual race period yet. So I want to do that, and then I want to win the points championship for the first half of the year also, and not just because I show up at every race, because I don't have the time or money to show up at every race every weekend. You know, if I do go to races, I primarily go on Sundays, because that's the day I take off of work. I try to work the other 6 days during the week. So my goal, like I said, I want to try to win an overall race, just one. If I get one, I'll be cool, and then win the championship for the first half points. So I've kind of altered my workout in that direction, where as opposed to trying to lift lots of heavy weight and get big, I don't need that, and I don't want to do that. My body has grown. I was weighing in about 6 months ago at the most I guess probably more like 10 months ago, about the most I've ever been. I was up between the 205, 210 mark, which I've never been that high. And so I leaned out really, really quick at the beginning of last summer, which was horrible. I did it in the complete wrong way. I worked out way too much. I was not putting enough calories in my body. And my body was telling me that, but I wasn't listening to it. So I had a couple weeks, probably in late May, early June, that I was just I couldn't do much. My body was so wore out from me leaning that I couldn't bring myself to do very much most of the time. It needed to rest. It needed to recover. So I did that. Kind of been just steadily going along here now, but we're right now floating right around the 195, 200 mark. And realistically for racing, I want to get into the 185 to 190 range, which would be what the weight I graduated at, but I feel like that's going to be a really, really good weight for me. I'll be lean. I want to get more athletic, more limber. I want to do a lot of stretching, maybe yoga, that kind of stuff. Because I don't want to be huge anymore, or even try to be big. Not that I ever really was, but I obviously have been bigger than what I am now. I want to get into that lean athletic look, where I can move and go out and do things. I mean, obviously, you know, I do all sorts of stuff: motocross, hockey, I run the marathons, you know, so I don't need to be huge for any of that stuff. I just need to be athletic and be able to do it and not feel like I'm 40 years old the day after I do something. So that's the direction we're headed in. We're going to do more cardio, more ab work, more body weight exercises, and less actual lifting. I still want to lift. I like lifting, and I like being able to get that definition going in the areas where I want it to be. You know, obviously during the summer you want your arms, your abs to look good, you know, your legs to look good, and I need a lot of leg strength for doing things like motocross, hockey, that kind of stuff. So like I said, we're going to work towards that physique more now, of just being the lean athletic type, as opposed to you know, the man, look how big my shoulders are type, just because it's what I need to do. So that's where we're headed, and that's what you'll see a lot of, especially when I'm at the gym. We'll do a lot of real light weights, a lot of body weight exercises, and lots of reps. So I'm looking into some heart rate monitors. I want to start monitoring that, and get, you know, dial in some actual hard numbers as to where I need to be with different things, so that way I don't burn out. I mean, these amateur races that we do, they're only 4 or 5 laps anyway, so I don't want to burn out after 3 laps. And I'm one of those people too that suffers from arm pump, so that needs to be solved by more riding, and the burnout needs to be solved by more cardio. So that's where we're gonna head. So I'm gonna finish this, head up into the gym here, get this in, and then we'll go see how bowling goes tonight.